For today, I would really love to get through the revisions that need to happen in Act 3. Not sure where that audacity came from. I'm feeling good. Like, that timeline does not stress me out. This is taking so much longer than I anticipated. Oh my gosh. We're writing the ending again. Where was Pumpkin Spice last weekend? I have so much to do. It's annoying, but we're just gonna ignore it. The chapter situation over here is going a little crazy. I maybe was over optimistic with how this would all pan out. Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name's Meredith Phillips, and this weekend we're gonna be doing a little DIY at home writing retreat. I actually did this same thing. It was a while ago now, like two and a half years ago. You can go search through the archive of vlogs on this channel if you want to find it. But I did this a few years back. It was really fun, and I'm gonna bring it back to hopefully help me make lots of progress this weekend. So the idea with this, like, do-it-yourself writing retreat is, number one, we don't have money to actually go on a writing retreat and like leave my house, so we're just gonna do it here. I also don't have money to hire a speaker, so I'm going to watch some videos to serve the place of a speaker. So basically, I'm gonna break down my weekend into writing sessions, breaks, and then watching some YouTube videos that I've had saved for a while that are like longer, more involved, like talks of some kind or another, to sort of simulate the idea of having a speaker at a conference or something like that. So I'm looking forward to all of that. I also, the number one, let's back up a whole second and just confirm the most important thing for a writer when needing to write is, that is correct, snacks and drinks. I have accumulated several different options for snacking, and some of them are not healthy and we don't care. And I've also accumulated some drinks, some coffee drinks, to keep me peppy and, you know, ready to go for the weekend. It's actually Friday. Look, it's Friday the 25th of October. I went to work this morning for just a few hours just to like kind of wrap some stuff up for the week, and then I took off early so that I can spend a little extra time this weekend working on this project. I also took some time yesterday to sort of clean up this office. It wasn't bad. There were just like some things that were still out and around that were just messy or like clutter kind of stuff. So I put all that away. I vacuumed. I even took time to polish the bronze swans, say that 5 times fast, that I have on my window thing here. These were my grandmother's, and when she passed away, the one thing I was like, I want this, is the swans, which is ridiculous, but that's what I wanted, because when we would visit her as kids, she lived in a very nice house, but it wasn't exactly like a house for kids. And so these swans were very tough, you know, they could stand up to kids playing with them, and they were what we would play with. So to remember her, I wanted the bronze swans. So my space here is clean, it is organized, I've got everything ready to go. I have several things over here that are gonna help me make this just like a cozy writing weekend. So first up, I have a ratty sweater. You know I love a ratty sweater, but I also decided to pull out some cozy socks. They have bunnies on them. They are super toasty, but my feet get cold very easily, so I'm gonna put these on and just be like super cozy in them. Just a little side note, it is supposed to hit 90 degrees today. It's the end of October, and it's supposed to hit 90 degrees today and tomorrow. I'm not happy about it, but that is something happening outside. It is not happening inside. We're gonna just pretend that it's a nice chill 60 degrees outside and ignore the fact that it is still summer temperatures here. It's annoying, but we're just gonna ignore it. The other super important thing, I did not use this last weekend, and I don't know where my head was. I was struggling. If you watched that vlog from last week, I was clearly like struggling through this brainstorming stuff I've been doing. I don't know why I didn't think to get out the pumpkin spice candle. Where was pumpkin spice last weekend? It was sitting over here on the shelf, ignored. So we're definitely lighting this weekend. Like, I was watching the vlog back as I was editing it, and I was just like, wait a minute. You idiot. That's why it was so hard. You didn't have the power of pumpkin spice on your side. We've got that candle out and ready to go. And finally, I did a little arts and crafts project for myself, and I created this. It's an old Kleenex box. I put some cute scrapbook paper on it. The top even has like phones. This is where my phone is going to go when we're in the Whoa, that was like a Christopher Walken thing going on there. Okay, this is where my phone's gonna go when I am doing my writing sessions, because it's bad. I touch the phone so much while I'm trying to write, and it's unnecessary. So we're gonna put it in this box, and we're gonna put the box across the room, and we're not gonna touch it during the writing sessions. Most of the time, what I'm doing with it is I'm either scrolling on Instagram. Leave me alone, okay? I'm scrolling on Instagram. Or I'm checking the dog cameras, because we have little baby monitor cameras set up mostly for Jade, but then I also have another one that I'm like looking at because they're so cute. They're just in there, they're like sleeping, and they're just adorable. And so I'm just like, let me just check on them real quick and see what they're doing. You know, unnecessary when I'm trying to write. But so we've got a little phone box here. I didn't put paper on the bottom, but that's fine. So if you missed last week's vlog, I shared that I had gotten into a mentorship program, which I'm really excited about, and I have done a lot of work this week, and I am ready to dive in to actually revising the project. So it's been a pretty good week, and I am ready. I am sticking. I had my little schedule about like what I was going to have ready and starting to do on what dates. I am on schedule, which is fantastic. The goal for today, Friday the 25th, was to actually start revision work, and I am ready to start revision work. Earlier this week, I had like 2 brainstorming sessions, honestly. I talked with some writer friends on Discord, trying to work through like, hey, here's my idea, but like, does this work or make any sense? And they were asking some great questions, and we sort of messed with that a little bit. And then I sent my ideas for revising the end of the book, because again, if you missed last week's vlog, we're writing the ending again, which is fine. Well, it's fine. I sent my ideas to my mentor to see like, hey, do you see any weird issues in here? Then we were brainstorming a little further, fleshing out a few little things over like Instagram DMs. And so that was awesome. Highly recommend talking to people if you're stuck on something. Just a little pro writer tip. If you're stuck on something, talk to some other writers about it. So I did that, and surprise of the century, it was helpful. So I took all of the things that we talked about. I revised my outline. The outline is ready to go. I updated my Scrivener document just so that like chapters that needed to be in different order were put in different order. I deleted stuff that was like completely obsolete and not going to be used anymore. I redid the whole thing. So I am officially ready to go. We're going to start with chapter 26. There are a few things within Act 3, toward the end of Act 3, that need to be revised. Not completely redone, but just revised. And then Act 4, I think I need to change like 80% of it. There are some chapters or sections of chapters within Act 4 that are totally fine, and I'm just going to reuse them like it's not a problem. Then there's like brand new scenes I need to write and all this kind of stuff. So what is the goal for this weekend? The goal, number 1 goal, is not to burn ourselves out. Okay, that's fair. For today, I would really love to get through the revisions that need to happen in Act 3. There's, I think, 3 chapters I need to kind of go through. One will have some fairly major changes to it, but the other 2 are relatively minor. So I need to go through that, and I'd love to be done with Act 3 today. That maybe won't happen, but that's going to be the goal. Then for Saturday and Sunday, I don't know. I don't know what I want to have the goal be necessarily. I won't finish. That's definitely not the goal. But maybe if I could get like half done. Is that unrealistic? I don't know. If I could get halfway through Act 4, that would be fantastic. I don't know if that's realistic, but we'll kind of set that as a tentative goal. The overall goal, though, right now is to finish all of this rewriting, revision work on the end of the book by November 8th, which is 2 weeks from today. And then I'll still have a whole week left before this manuscript is due to the mentor to do some other fiddling. So I'm feeling good. Like, that timeline does not stress me out at this point, but I definitely need to be making steady progress as we go through the next week or two. If I want to have, I really, really, really want to have that extra week in between to go back through earlier parts of the manuscript and do some stuff. So yeah, lots to do, and I'm excited to get started on it. So it's almost 10:30. My goal for this morning, or my plan for this morning, I guess, was to start at 11. So we'll be able to start here a little earlier than I had anticipated, which is great. I already have my water. I'm going to light my pumpkin candle. Might get a little snack. And then the first session I have for myself was originally 11 to noon, but if I can start a few minutes earlier, that's fine. But basically, we'll do our first writing session until noon, and then we'll take a break for lunch. So let's go ahead and get started. Beverage too. Look at me go. All right. Chapter 26. Let's see here. There's one small piece I was considering adding, and then I also want to go back actually and look at some of the other notes I have. Where are those notes? How many windows? There's too many windows to have open in Scrivener. I always have so many things on my screen, but I like having all of my notes, all of the outline pieces, and all of the everything. This chapter is so far only about 1,700 words, so it's not overly long or anything. I could add a little extra piece at the end, like I was thinking. Let me read through this chapter, see what I want to add, fix up, etc., etc. This one should not take that long, so it's only, like I said, only about a little bit before 11. I should be able to finish this chapter before lunchtime. So let's make that the goal for the moment, and let's get started. Cozy vibes have intensified. I needed the little sweater, so we're super cozy over here. All right, so it's almost noon, almost time for my lunch break, and I did finish chapter 26. There wasn't a whole, like I said, there wasn't like some huge amount to do in there, so I wrapped that up. I started looking ahead to chapter 27. This one will need a good chunky bit of new writing in there, and I'll be able to take out some old stuff. I deleted some of the stuff where it was like, absolutely, this is gonna have to go. Then I'll get started with actually writing the new stuff. So far so good. Pleased with what we're doing here. I'm gonna take my little break for lunch. I'm gonna try to keep it to like 45 minutes and be back here by 12:45 to do writing session number 2. So let's go get that lunch. Close enough. I wanted something that had a good amount of protein in it to feed my brain, so I had a little bit of egg salad on a sandwich. It was delicious. There was no pickle relish in sight, as is correct and right. So I'm back here. It's time to go ahead and dive into chapter 27. I have a nice little chunky bit I need to write for this, and a few tweaks elsewhere within the chapter. My schedule for myself says that this writing session is supposed to go from 12:45 until 2, so a little over an hour worth of work, and then we'll take a break for a little inspirational video. I would love to be able to get through this chapter within the next hour, or within this writing sprint here I'm doing. I feel confident I can at least get through like a one pass kind of situation, and then I can maybe go back later and, you know, fix it up a little bit better. But let's try to go through, write the new stuff that needs to be written, and complete that by 2 o'clock. Let's go. All right, it is 2 o'clock, so I am supposed to take a little break. I'm not done with this chapter at all. I haven't even finished the, like, drafting the new stuff or whatever. It's fine. I've been working on it. I just haven't finished it, so it's taking a little longer than I expected. It's fine. But I do need to take at least a small break and get Jade's medicine, so I'm gonna go do that. I might work a little bit more because I'm literally like right in the middle of this new portion of the scene that I'm writing, and I don't want to lose the little bit of a flow I have going. So I'm gonna get the medicine done real quick, and then I might come back here for maybe another like 10 or 15 minutes. I do want to take the break to like watch part of an interview, because I do like the idea of doing that so I don't get like burned out and too tired of writing, you know. So anyway, medicine, and then we'll be back to this for a few more minutes. Okay, I'm still not done with this. I'm done with like this little portion of it, so I'm gonna stop here. It's 2:38 though. Well, I think I'll take a shorter break than I was intending. I had originally planned for like a 45-minute break. I'll maybe take like a 30-minute break, which will take us to a little after 3 o'clock. And then I really want to finish this today, so I'll have another hour or so I can keep working on it after that. But I am going to lose concentration if I keep trying to push through this at the moment. So, little break to watch something, and then we'll be back to this. Okay, so I'm going to start with this one. It is an interview with Richard Powers, who is a Pulitzer Prize winning author. I am not going to be watching all of the Zelda videos I have saved over here. Thank you. Anyway, but yeah, I've had this one saved for a few weeks now. I'm going to watch like the first couple segments of it, I guess. It's a long interview. It's almost an hour and a half. But I just thought it looked good. Some of the timestamps, like the descriptions on the timestamps, looked interesting. So I've never heard of this person, but sounds like a good time. So let's watch a little of this interview and see what we can learn. Okay, I think I'm about done for today. I'm basically done with this chapter. I need to fiddle sort of with like how to end it exactly, you know, just a few last little lines of some sort. But the main rewritten part is finished, so that's good. Did we finish Act 3 today? No, we did not. No, we did not. But that's okay. What do I have left in Act 3? I just have one other chapter after this. I don't know what work has to be done there. Again, not a ton. It'll just be like retooling it so it fits with what I just wrote today. So anyway, we'll get to work on that tomorrow. But I think this went pretty well, just like with, you know, the scheduled breaks and putting my phone across the room. Amazing that helped. I'll be back here tomorrow morning at 9 in the morning to get started on my Saturday schedule, which would be pretty fun. So I'll see you then. morning. Happy Saturday. Happy like official full day 1 of my little writing conference, writing retreat for myself. It is a little bit later than 9 o'clock. It's 9:20. I was officially ready at 9 o'clock. However, my husband was still trying to like get out the door to go to his job. And I hate filming when someone else is in the house. So I was like, get out the door. Anyway, so I have plenty to get started on today. I really need to finish out the chapter I was working on yesterday, 27, then do a little bit of revision in 28, and then I'll be done with Act 3, which hilariously I thought I would get through all of yesterday. Not sure where that audacity came from, but in any case, I do think I should definitely be able to finish Act 3 today, for sure. It would be great if I could finish out those last 2 chapters before lunchtime. So my schedule for this morning is from 9 to 10:30 is going to be my first writing session. Then I'm going to take a half-hour break from 10:30 to 11 and watch a little more of that interview that I'd started yesterday. Then from 11 to noon, I'll have my second writing session. So that is over 2 hours worth of writing work before lunchtime. I should be able, if I focus, I should be able to get through Act 3 in that time. So no need to waste any more time. Let's go ahead and get to work. But first, it is well after 10:30. It's almost 11, but I was in the middle of this. I really didn't want to stop. So now I'm conflicted about what I want to do. I'm going to go get something to drink, like a coffee or something. I'm still in the middle of this. I have added a chapter. So there's that. I think the chapter situation over here is going a little crazy. So I'm just like, just write the stuff, Meredith. Just write it and you can figure out the chapter crap later. I'm on chapter X right now because I was like, I don't know what this is. Let's just write it. So anyway, I just did a really cute little scene. Aww. I have one of my main male character has like 4 BFFs, right? And one of them is like the biggest cinnamon roll to ever cinnamon roll. And oh, he just had a really cute moment. I love him. So he's the only friend, by the way. I have books obviously in mind for all of them. This one, Cinnamon Roll Boy, I have no ideas for, because every time I think of like what could be the big issue in his book, right? Because you have to have some major conflict at the center of the plot. And every time I think of something, I'm like, no, I can't do that to him. He's too cute. No. So I don't know what kind of book I'm ever going to come up with for him, because I don't want to see him suffer. He's too good for suffering. His book will have no conflict. It'll just be cute. It'll just be so cute, the whole thing. Who wouldn't want to read that? I would want to read just something cute. Anyway, let me take a really quick break, and I'm going to go grab something to drink to pep me up. We went to bed so late last night for absolutely no reason. We just kept like not getting ready for bed. It's so stupid. And then Jade was whining at 5:45 this morning. So I'm doing fantastic. Yeah, let me go get something to drink. I really want to finish this scene up, and then we'll kind of see where we are. I don't know. Let me get some coffee. So one of my little snack things I got for myself is this bag of like instant coffee kind of things, because we just have a plain coffee maker. We don't have all the fancy. Well, we do. We actually have an espresso maker. I don't know how to use it. I don't want to know how to use it. Anyway, I got these little things where you just add water. It's a Korean coffee mix variety pack. But all of the, as one would expect from a Korean coffee mix, all of the stuff on the packaging is in Korean. So I can't read, I don't know if you know this about me. I can't read Korean. So I'm looking at these like, I don't know which flavor is which, But the one I tried yesterday was fine. So we'll try this one today. We'll try yellow. Yellow. It says mild on it. It does say that in English, but the rest is Korean. So anyway, let's see what we think. Okay, I was gonna try this coffee and then I saw someone who spells her name Marideth and I died a little inside. I've had my name spelled a lot of weird ways. That's just, no, please. Meredith is the only way to spell it. I'm sorry if you're a Meredith and you spell it different, or you know a Meredith and it's spelled different, but no. Anyway, let's try this coffee and forget about that. Tastes like coffee. I'm pleased about that. Let me try to finish up this scene by lunchtime because it's 11:15. It's fine. All right, let's go. This is taking so much longer than I anticipated. Oh my gosh. I finished chapter. It's okay. I've reordered chapters. I gave them new numbers. It's fine. I have one chapter left now in Act 3. It is now officially chapter 30. This one is gonna need also it's gonna need some serious rewriting too. I maybe was over optimistic with how this would all pan out, but it is noon and I am hungry, so I'm gonna take my break from this. I might extend, since I missed that the morning break I was supposed to take, I might extend the lunch break for an hour instead of just 45 minutes, just to give myself a little bit of breathing room from this, and then we'll come back. So, lunchtime.
Welcome back. It's episode 122 of our blind playthrough of Breath of the Wild. Oh no, this is so much more sad if you just thinking about it as like, oh no, I hate it. Now I'm so sad.
Guess who finished Act 3? Alright, it's messy. It's messy, but the plot points are there. Okay? We're gonna go back later and mess with the pros. It's not terrible, but some of the like connections between things are a little not there. So we'll mess with that later. I'm gonna go ahead. What time is it? It is 1:37. I don't remember even what my little schedule for the day was supposed to be. Hold on. Okay, I was supposed to be working until 2. And then from 2 to 2:45 was gonna be another like video thing. So I've got about 20 minutes until that. This next chapter should actually, I think, be pretty easy. This one is mostly staying the same. It's only the very end of it where I'm going to change how it ends so that it'll lead into the next scene, which will be completely new. So maybe I can finish this first chapter revision, this first chapter of Act 4, relatively quickly. Let's find out. Let's find out how much I can do. It's only 1,800 words, so let's try to do that real quick. I am gonna sit for this because I've been standing for over half an hour. All right, let me do this. All right, I finished that chapter. It's about 150, so that didn't take long at all. I'm going to do what? I guess we'll be taking our little break here. I need to get Jade's medicine. I need to let dogs out into the yard to go potty. So let me take care of just like a few little chores. I probably need to put in some laundry. Gosh darn it. I have so much to do. I need to go to the grocery store tonight. I haven't done a grocery list at all. Oh my gosh. So we're doing great. Let me get the medicine situation for Jade. Let me let Nahan out into the backyard, and then we'll come back here for some sort of break time.
Nahan, do you need to go outside? Do you want to go potty? Come on. You want to go outside? Hi, puppy. You want to go outside? Yeah. Oh, come on.
Okay, I'm trying another coffee, but it's like boiling hot at the moment, so we're gonna wait another second. I'm trying to decide if this will be a good one for me to watch, because I feel like I'm gonna watch it and either be like, all right, yeah, I didn't do any of the things she said not to do, or I'm gonna watch it and be like, oh no, I did a lot of the things that she said not to do. Let's listen and see what she says. Okay, we're gonna aim for one more writing sprint. It is 3:00. It's a little later. I ended up listening to that whole episode. It was good. I don't think I'm doing anything too egregious in my opening chapter, so that's excellent for me. I'm not super convinced of my first line quite yet. It's okay. We could work on that. But anyway, I do have a little snack for myself, and I'm gonna go ahead. All right. The next chapter is like totally brand new. I have an hour, so presumably I should be able to get a nice little chunk of words done. Let's aim for at least 1,000 words. Meredith, you can write 1,000 words in an hour with absolutely no problem. My phone is still somewhere over there on the other side of the room, so that's not a problem. The pumpkin spice vibes are still growing strong. Let me get to work on this. We're gonna get at least 1,000 words in the next hour. All right, it is 10 till 4. I've written 816 words. Perfect. But I am done with the scene. It's very choppy. It needs a lot, we need to go in and zhuzh it up a little bit, but like the basic stuff is there. So I'm going to leave it for now, and I'm going to be done for today because my eyes are falling shut. I'm so tired. I have other stuff I need to do. So I'll be back tomorrow for the final day of our little writing retreat that's turning into more just writing and not like having breaks and stuff. But that's fine. It's been good so far. I have gotten a lot done, so I'm happy with that. We'll see what we can get done tomorrow. See you then. Hey everyone, happy Sunday. It's 10 till 11. Listen, we had a little bit of a schedule issue this morning. Okay, I had to take care of some other stuff first. So anyway, I'm sitting down now. We're ready to go. Pumpkin Spice, he's here. So anyway, I'm going to get started on this in just a minute. But last night, I was feeling nervous. I don't know. Just like, oh my gosh, am I going to be able to finish all this by the time I want to finish all this? So what I did, because like with Act 3, that took me way longer than I was anticipating. So I wanted to look through what all needed to be finished and whatever. So I made a little schedule for myself in terms of like, this chapter should be done by this date and this chapter should be done by this date. And it notes, I was trying to pay attention to like which chapters are already there and in place and written, and I just need to tweak it somehow or revise it a little bit, and which are like brand new chapters that need to be written from scratch. So of the chapters that are left, 5 of them are going to be like brand new from scratch. We love that. But yeah, I wrote out this schedule, and I think again, maybe I am overly optimistic here, but I think if I can stick to this schedule, I think I should be able to finish at least like the initial rough draft pass through of this by the end of next weekend. So we'll see if we can do that. For today, I have 3 chapters I want to get through, and I'm already starting late. Am I stupid? I don't know. We'll see what happens. 2 of them are already written and just need to be tweaked a little bit for some plot reasons. And then there's 1 like brand new chapter that needs to be written. Am I ridiculous? That seems like a lot of work. I guess we'll find out together. So let me get all this stuff pulled up over here and we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm on chapter 33. This one just needs some tweaking to incorporate like new stuff that's been added prior to this. So I'm going to work on that. It is 11 o'clock. I'm going to try to finish this by noon. I don't know about that. It's a little bit longer of a scene. It's about 3,000 words. So we'll see. I've got my headphones on and I've got some ambient music stuff pulled up here. So let's get to listening and reading and writing. It's 12:36. We're doing fantastic. I finished chapter 33. Some of it's a little clunky, but like the pieces are there. The next scene is brand new. I'm not starting that right now. We're gonna go take a lunch break and maybe drink some coffee. And then we'll be back to this. Okay, listen, I had my lunchtime and let the dog outside. I have 1 more chapter I'm supposed to get through today if I want to stick with this little schedule I made for myself. This one is like, I think I can reuse certain elements from the original chapter, but other pieces are gonna need to be like from scratch. Oh, I'm like losing so much focus. I keep thinking, I just have other stuff I need to do, and I'm like, how am I supposed to do all this stuff? Let's see how I can do. This is chapter 34. I don't want to say, let's see how fast I can get through this. I'm not trying to rush. I'm just trying to work steadily. Okay? So let's get some work done. Hopefully finish before too much longer. I was gonna get a coffee. Maybe, okay, let me get started. And if we need to take a break to go get coffee, we will. Let's get going. Believe me when I say it is necessary. I'm powering through this scene. I hate how it's coming out. It's fine. We're just gonna do our best. So let me try to finish this up. It's almost 3 o'clock. I really want to be done by 4. I've completely abandoned the whole like, I'm gonna pause and watch a video. No, we're just writing because I just want to finish. Okay, I finished chapter 34, and then I looked back at my list and realized I was supposed to finish through chapter 35 today. So I still have 1 more chapter to do. This one, I don't want to be like, it'll go fast, and then I'm here like 2 hours later. I think it should go fast. I don't have to write a huge amount for this one. I really am just changing like the end. is going to push the character to make a different decision. Blah, 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 blah. So, let me read through this and see what we've got going on over here. Coffee helped, but I'm still tired. Okay, it's 3:36. Let's see what we can do in 20 minutes. It is almost 4 o'clock. I did finish going through chapter 35, so technically we are still on track for finishing on this ridiculous timeline I created myself. Before we close out, let me do a quick shout out for a few of my Patreon patrons. I'm tired, okay? But let me shout these folks out. So special thank you today to Mia, Madeline, Amy, Katie, Adele, Kelly, Connie, and Sarah. Thank you guys so much for signing up over on my Patreon. I really appreciate it. And honestly, thank you to everybody who watches these videos and likes them and comments and does all the things. I really appreciate that. It helps it helps me like feel encouraged to keep the channel going. And I've learned 2 things from this weekend. Number 1, the phone jail really does work. My phone is still sitting over there and I haven't touched it. So that's been great. Number 2, if I didn't make videos, I would get significantly less work done, because I probably would have quit hours ago, because I'd be like, well, I don't know, I just don't want to do this anymore. But because I have to finish the video, I'm like, well, you got to keep going, or then everyone will know you failed, which is kind of dumb and could definitely turn into like a toxic thing. But it's honestly really good pressure for me to like keep working, because you can keep working. You're just being lazy. So anyway, thank you for that. Appreciate you. But I am going to be done for today now. So if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, you can click the subscribe button. I post videos on Fridays. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Jay, do you want to go for something? What do you want to go for? Do you want to go for a walk? A walk?